Life is short. The days pass like a whisper in the wind, and the years slip through our fingers like grains of sand. We often fool ourselves into thinking we have unlimited time, yet every breath we take is one less in the grand story of our lives. The question is not how much time we have, but what we do with the time we've been given. Many chase after wealth, status, and fleeting pleasures, believing these things will bring fulfillment. But in the end, the most valuable moments are not found in what we own, but in how we live. True success is not measured in riches, but in the impact we leave behind, the lives we touch, the love we give, and the faith that carries us forward. We must make every second count. We cannot afford to waste our days waiting for the perfect moment. If there is love to be given, give it now. If there is forgiveness to be offered, offer it now. If there is a dream to be pursued, start today. We must live with urgency, knowing that tomorrow is never promised. Some will say, I will change when the time is right. But the truth is, the time is always right when the heart is willing. We must not wait to start living with meaning. The greatest regrets in life are not the risks we took, but the moments we let slip away. How do we make every second count? By living with purpose, faith, and love. Spend time with those who matter most. Serve others selflessly. Strengthen your faith and walk in the light of truth. Be a voice of encouragement in a world that desperately needs it. Use your time to build, not tear down, to lift, not discourage, to love, not hate. One day our time here will end, but long after we are gone, the echoes of our choices will remain. Will they speak of kindness, of courage, of faith? Make every second count, not for yourself, but for something greater. Because in the end, it is not the years in our life that matter, but the life in our years. Time is a precious gift, one that we often take for granted until we realize how little of it we truly have. Every second that passes is a moment we can never reclaim, a fleeting opportunity that either moves us forward or slips through our fingers. Unlike material possessions, which can be replaced or regained, time is an irreversible currency. It is the most valuable asset we will ever possess, yet many of us spend it carelessly, failing to recognize its significance until it is too late. The way we use our time shapes not only our personal growth, but also the impact we leave on the world. It defines the story of our lives, the relationships we build, and the legacy we leave behind. Many people live as if time is infinite, delaying important decisions, waiting for the right moment, and postponing their dreams for a future that is never guaranteed. They believe that tomorrow will always come, that opportunities will always be available, and that they have endless chances to make things right. But time is not a limitless resource. It is a fragile thread that can break at any moment. The greatest tragedies in life are not just the things we failed to achieve, but the moments we allowed to slip away without meaning or purpose. How often do we find ourselves saying, I'll do it later, only to realize that later never comes? How frequently do we let distractions, fear, or hesitation rob us of experiences that could have shaped our lives in profound ways? Every moment we are given presents us with a choice, how we will spend it, who we will share it with, and what we will do to make it count. Some people use their time to build, to create, to inspire, and to love, while others let it pass in a haze of routine, neglecting the opportunities before them. The difference between those who leave a lasting legacy and those who fade into obscurity is not talent, wealth, or luck. It is the way they use their time. The greatest individuals in history did not have more time than the rest of us. They simply understood its value and refused to waste it. The most successful and fulfilled people are those who recognize that every moment is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to connect, and to contribute. They understand that time is not meant to be spent idly, but invested in things that matter. They prioritize their goals, focus on their dreams, and dedicate themselves to making a difference in the lives of others. They do not wait for the perfect moment to take action because they know that the perfect moment is now. They understand that each second that passes is another chance to become a better person, to mend broken relationships, to express gratitude, and to embrace the beauty of life. Far too often, people waste time dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, failing to recognize the power of the present moment. They regret mistakes they cannot change, hold on to resentment that only burdens their hearts, or fear the uncertainty of what lies ahead. In doing so, they miss out on the only thing they truly have now. The past cannot be undone, and the future is never promised. But the present is a gift that must not be ignored. When we fully embrace the moment, we unlock the ability to experience life in its purest form, to feel joy, to show love, to pursue dreams, and to leave an impact that extends beyond our own existence. The way we choose to use our time also determines the quality of our relationships. Every conversation, every act of kindness, every shared moment with a loved one is an opportunity to strengthen the bonds that give life meaning. But when we take these moments for granted, assuming that there will always be more time to say I love you, to apologize, to support, or to simply be present, we risk losing them forever. The people in our lives are not guaranteed to be here tomorrow, and neither are we. That is why it is so important to make the most of the time we have with them, to cherish each interaction, and to express our love and appreciation without hesitation. Beyond our personal lives, how we use our time also shapes the legacy we leave behind. The mark we make on the world is not determined by the number of years we live, but by how we spend those years. Some people may live long lives yet accomplish little, while others may have only a short time but leave an impact that lasts for generations. It is not the length of our days that matters, but the depth of our contribution. Did we use our time to uplift others? Did we chase after our dreams with passion and determination? Did we live with integrity, kindness, and purpose? These are the questions that define our legacy. Time is constantly slipping away, and we cannot afford to waste it on things that do not matter. Too many people spend their days consumed by trivial worries, meaningless distractions, and unfulfilling pursuits. They devote hours to negativity, grudges, and regrets rather than focusing on the things that bring joy, purpose, and fulfillment. But when we recognize time for the gift that it is, we begin to use it wisely. We become more intentional about our choices, more present in our experiences, and more aware of the fleeting nature of every moment. To truly appreciate the value of time, we must stop waiting for the right conditions and start living fully in the present. We must stop letting fear hold us back and take the risks necessary to create a meaningful life. We must let go of distractions and excuses and focus on what truly matters. Time is too precious to be wasted on things that do not enrich our lives or the lives of others. It is too valuable to be spent on anything less than the pursuit of our highest potential. Every second we have is a chance to grow, to love, to give, and to make a difference. It is a chance to become the person we were meant to be. And if we recognize the gift of time for what it truly is, we will never take a single moment for granted. Living with purpose and faith is the foundation of a life well lived. Without purpose, life can feel empty, directionless, and without meaning. Every person, no matter who they are, has an inner calling, a reason for being that goes beyond mere existence. When we fail to recognize or pursue this calling, we risk moving through life without true fulfillment. But when we align our actions with our deepest values and beliefs, we discover a sense of meaning that transforms everything we do. It is purpose that fuels our passion, drives us forward, and gives us the strength to endure hardships. Faith, on the other hand, serves as our guide, helping us trust in something greater than ourselves, especially when the path ahead seems uncertain. Many people go through life simply following a routine, working, eating, sleeping, without ever stopping to ask themselves why they are doing what they do. They chase after success, wealth, or societal approval, believing that these things will bring them happiness. Yet countless individuals who have achieved worldly success still feel an unshakable emptiness inside. This is because external achievements alone cannot fulfill the deeper longing within us. True fulfillment comes from living a life of meaning, where every action is connected to something bigger than ourselves. Purpose is not found in material wealth, but in the impact we make, the relationships we nurture, and the contributions we offer to the world. It is discovered in moments of selflessness, in acts of kindness, and in the courage to follow the path we are meant to walk. Having a purpose does not mean we must have all the answers right away. It is a journey of discovery, one that requires patience and introspection. Some people find their purpose early in life, while others take years to uncover it. But purpose is not something that must be grand or world-changing to be meaningful. It can be found in the simplest acts: raising a child with love, serving a community, encouraging a friend in need, or simply living each day with integrity and kindness. Every role in life has significance when approached with a sense of mission. The key is to be intentional about how we live, ensuring that our actions align with what truly matters to us. Faith plays a crucial role in this journey. Faith is not just about religious belief. It is about trust. Trust in ourselves, in the goodness of life, and in a higher power that guides us even when we do not understand the bigger picture. Life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and setbacks, and without faith it is easy to become discouraged. Faith reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there is a purpose to our struggles. It gives us the strength to keep going when everything seems uncertain. It teaches us that setbacks are not the end, but rather stepping stones, leading us toward growth and transformation. When we live with purpose and faith, we begin to see life differently. We stop dwelling on what we lack and start focusing on what we can give. We stop fearing failure and start embracing challenges as opportunities to grow. We stop comparing ourselves to others and start walking confidently on our own path. Purpose allows us to wake up each morning with a sense of direction, knowing that what we do matters. Faith allows us to keep moving forward even when we cannot yet see the results. Together, they provide the foundation for a life of fulfillment and meaning. One of the biggest obstacles to living with purpose is fear. Many people hesitate to follow their calling because they fear failure, rejection, or uncertainty. They worry that pursuing their passion may lead to difficulties, so they settle for a life that feels safe but unfulfilling. But faith teaches us that we do not need to have everything figured out before taking the first step. When we trust in something greater than ourselves, we gain the courage to move forward despite our fears. Every great achievement in history was made by individuals who chose faith over fear, purpose over comfort. They did not always know the outcome of their actions, but they trusted that their efforts would lead them where they were meant to be. Another challenge people face is distraction. The modern world is filled with endless noise, social media, entertainment, and pressures to conform. It is easy to lose sight of what truly matters when we are constantly bombarded with messages about what success should look like. But living with purpose requires us to stay focused on our own journey rather than being swayed by external influences. It requires us to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves, am I living according to my values? Am I doing what I was meant to do? Am I making a difference in the way I desire? These questions help us realign our actions with our true mission. Living with purpose and faith does not mean life will always be easy. In fact, pursuing a meaningful path often comes with challenges because anything worthwhile requires effort and perseverance. But the difference is that those who live with purpose do not give up when things get tough. They do not let obstacles define them. They see struggles as part of the journey, knowing that their efforts are not in vain. Their faith keeps them grounded, reminding them that every difficulty has a lesson, and every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger. A life without purpose feels empty, no matter how comfortable or successful it may seem on the surface. But a life filled with purpose is rich with meaning, even in the face of difficulties. Purpose fuels passion. It gives us a reason to wake up every morning with enthusiasm, to keep pushing forward even when the road is hard. Faith, on the other hand, gives us the confidence to trust in the process, to believe that even when we do not see immediate results, our efforts are not wasted. The combination of these two elements creates a life of true fulfillment, one that is not just lived but deeply experienced, one that is not just about existing but about making an impact. In the end, what truly matters is not how long we live, but how well we live. It is not about how much we accumulate, but about how much we contribute. It is not about the titles we hold, but about the lives we touch. A life lived with purpose and faith is a life that leaves a legacy, one that inspires others, one that continues to shine even after we are gone. And that is the kind of life worth living. In the fast-paced world we live in, it is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, material wealth, and external achievements. Society often measures success in terms of financial status, career accomplishments, and social recognition. People dedicate years striving for promotions, accumulating possessions, and chasing after dreams that promise fulfillment. Yet despite achieving these things, many find themselves feeling empty, disconnected, and longing for something deeper. The truth is that success and material wealth, while valuable in their own way, are temporary. They can be lost, taken away, or rendered meaningless in the grand scheme of life. What truly endures are the things that cannot be measured in dollars or trophies: love, kindness, faith, and the relationships we build. At the end of life, few people wish they had worked more hours, owned more things, or received more awards. Instead, they often reflect on the relationships they nurtured, the impact they had on others, and the love they shared. Time spent with loved ones, moments of genuine connection, and acts of kindness carry more weight than any material possession ever could. When we prioritize what truly matters, we shift our focus from external success to inner fulfillment. This does not mean abandoning ambition or rejecting financial stability, but rather ensuring that these pursuits do not come at the cost of our relationships, our peace of mind, or our spiritual well-being. Love is one of the most powerful and enduring forces in life. It transcends time, distance, and circumstances. It is what gives life depth and meaning. Yet love is often overlooked in the race for success. People assume that their loved ones will always be there, that they can make time for family and friends later when their schedules are less busy, but later is never guaranteed. The people we cherish most are not guaranteed to be here tomorrow, and neither are we. That is why it is crucial to invest time in them now. Love is not just about grand gestures or occasional expressions of affection. It is about daily acts of care, presence, and support. It is about choosing to be there for someone even when life is hectic, and making time for meaningful conversations, shared laughter, and moments of connection that create lasting memories. Kindness is another quality that holds far more value than material success. A simple act of kindness can change someone's entire day, and in some cases, even their life. The way we treat people, whether they are family, friends, colleagues, or strangers, defines the kind of person we are. In a world that often prioritizes competition over compassion, choosing kindness is a powerful statement. It does not require wealth, status, or resources. It only requires a willingness to see others with empathy and respond with generosity. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, create ripples that extend far beyond what we can see. A word of encouragement, a helping hand, a moment of understanding. These are the things that truly matter, the things that remain long after material wealth has faded. Faith, too, is an essential pillar of a meaningful life. It provides strength in times of uncertainty, hope in times of despair, and guidance when the path ahead seems unclear. Faith is not just about religious belief. It is about trust. Trust in a higher purpose, trust in the goodness of life, and trust in the unseen but powerful forces that shape our journey. People who live with faith understand that true fulfillment does not come from external achievements, but from an inner sense of peace and purpose. They recognize that material wealth is fleeting, but spiritual growth lasts forever. Investing in faith means nurturing the soul, seeking wisdom, and building a life rooted in values that withstand the test of time. In the pursuit of what truly matters, it is important to recognize the distractions that pull us away from what is essential. Society often glorifies busyness, making people feel that their worth is tied to how productive or successful they are. Many spend their lives working tirelessly, believing that financial success will eventually bring happiness. But in doing so, they miss out on the moments that truly bring joy. Watching their children grow, spending time with loved ones, enjoying simple pleasures, and being present in the now. The reality is that no amount of wealth or professional achievement can replace time lost. When people look back on their lives, they rarely regret not working harder. They regret not spending more time with the people they love, not expressing their feelings more openly, not living in the moment instead of constantly chasing the next goal. Investing in relationships means making a conscious effort to prioritize people over possessions. It means taking time to listen, to show appreciation, and to be present. It means valuing quality time over quantity of things. Relationships require effort and intentionality, but they are among the greatest sources of happiness and fulfillment. A strong bond with family and friends provides support during life's challenges and multiplies joy during times of celebration. No amount of money or status can replace the comfort of knowing you are deeply loved and valued. Likewise, helping others is a profound way to prioritize what truly matters. Success is not just about personal gain, it is about what we do with the blessings we receive. The greatest legacy a person can leave is not how much they accumulated, but how much they gave. Those who dedicate their time, resources, and energy to lifting others find a sense of purpose that no amount of wealth can provide. Whether through mentoring, volunteering, or simply offering a helping hand, acts of service enrich both the giver and the receiver. They remind us that we are all connected and that true fulfillment comes not from what we take, but from what we give. Spiritual growth is another essential investment. Just as the body needs nourishment, so does the soul. Taking time for reflection, prayer, meditation, or any practice that deepens inner peace and understanding allows us to navigate life with clarity and strength. A well-nurtured spirit provides resilience during difficult times and gratitude during times of abundance. Those who cultivate spiritual depth recognize that life is about more than external achievements. It is about living with intention, embracing faith, and seeking wisdom beyond material pursuits. In the end, life is not measured by the wealth we accumulate, but by the love we give, the kindness we show, and the faith we hold. Success and material possessions may fade, but the impact we have on others, the relationships we build, and the legacy we leave behind endure far beyond our lifetime. By choosing to prioritize what truly matters, we create a life of meaning, one that is not just lived but deeply felt, one that is not just about achieving but about enriching the world around us. Too often, people put off their dreams, their goals, and even the simple joys of life, waiting for the perfect moment to act. They tell themselves that they will start tomorrow, next week, or next year. They wait until they have more money, more time, more confidence, or until circumstances feel just right. But in doing so, they allow procrastination to steal their most valuable asset: time. The truth is, there is no perfect moment. The only moment we truly have is now. If we keep waiting, life will pass us by, and we will look back with regret at all the opportunities we let slip away. Procrastination is one of the greatest barriers to success and fulfillment. It is the silent thief that slowly takes away our potential, our dreams, and our ability to make a difference. Every day that we delay action, we lose a day that could have been spent making progress. Opportunities come and go, and if we do not seize them when they arise, we may never get them again. Time does not wait for us to be ready. Life keeps moving forward, whether we choose to participate actively or not. Those who achieve great things in life are not necessarily the most talented and the most intelligent or the most fortunate. They are the ones who take action despite uncertainty, despite fear, and despite imperfection. Many people hesitate to take action because they fear failure. They worry that they are not good enough, not skilled enough, or not prepared enough. They convince themselves that if they wait just a little longer, they will gain the confidence they need. But confidence does not come from waiting. It comes from doing. The more we step out of our comfort zone, the more we grow. Every great accomplishment begins with a single step, and it is through action that we build the skills, knowledge, and experience necessary to succeed. Failure is not something to be feared. It is part of the learning process. Each mistake teaches us something valuable and brings us one step closer to our goals. The only true failure is never trying at all. Another reason people delay action is the belief that they need the perfect plan. They spend months or even years researching, strategizing, and analyzing every possible outcome, trying to ensure that everything will go smoothly. While planning is important, excessive planning can become a form of procrastination. The reality is that no plan is ever flawless, and waiting for absolute certainty will only lead to inaction. The most successful people understand that progress is made through movement, not just preparation. They take action, learn from experience, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It is filled with unexpected turns, challenges, and lessons. But none of that can be experienced unless we take the first step. Living fully in the present means recognizing that today is all we truly have. The past is gone and the future is not guaranteed. We cannot change what has already happened, and we do not know how much time we have left. The only control we have is over the choices we make right now. Every day is an opportunity to pursue a dream, to improve a skill, to strengthen a relationship, to make a difference in someone's life. But if we keep postponing these things, we risk losing our chance altogether. How many people have reached the end of their lives wishing they had taken more risks, followed their passions, or spent more time with their loved ones? Regret is one of the heaviest burdens to carry, and it is almost always the result of inaction rather than action. Taking action does not mean we have to make drastic changes overnight. It starts with small, intentional steps. If we want to achieve something meaningful, we must begin today, no matter how small our efforts may seem. If we dream of writing a book, we must start by writing a single page. If we want to build a stronger relationship, we must reach out today, not wait for the right time. If we want to make a difference in the world, we must start with what we have where we are. The key is to move forward, even if it is just one step at a time. Fear of imperfection also holds many people back. They wait until they feel completely prepared, until they believe they can do something flawlessly. But perfection is an illusion. There is no such thing as a perfect start. Every successful person began with uncertainty, doubt, and challenges. The difference is that they did not let those things stop them. They embraced the imperfections, learned along the way, and kept pushing forward. It is through action that we refine our skills, gain experience, and grow stronger. Waiting for perfection only leads to missed opportunities. Distractions are another obstacle that prevent people from taking action. In today's world, it is easy to get caught up in entertainment, social media, and endless consumption of information. Many people spend more time watching others achieve their dreams than working toward their own. They scroll through their phones, watch motivational videos, read self-improvement books, yet fail to take real action in their own lives. Inspiration is valuable, but without action it remains meaningless. True change happens when we stop consuming and start creating, when we stop watching and start doing. Taking action requires discipline and commitment. It means choosing to do what is necessary even when we do not feel motivated. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. But discipline keeps us moving forward regardless of how we feel in the moment. Those who achieve great things understand that waiting for motivation is unreliable. Instead, they create habits and routines that push them to take action consistently. Small daily efforts compound over time and lead to significant results. The most successful people are not the ones who are always motivated, but the ones who are committed. Every moment we delay is a moment lost forever. We do not have unlimited time. No one knows how long they have in this world, and the saddest reality is that many people never get around to living the life they truly desire. They keep waiting, putting things off, and assuming they will have more time. But time is not something we can control. The only thing we can control is what we choose to do with the time we have now. If something is important, we must act today, not tomorrow. If there is a dream we want to chase, a goal we want to accomplish, or a life we want to build, the time to start is now. In the end, what matters is not what we intended to do, but what we actually did. The legacy we leave behind is not built on ideas, plans, or dreams. It is built on actions. Those who make the greatest impact are not those who waited for the perfect moment, but those who seized the moment they had. Life is happening right now, and every second counts. The only way to truly live is to act, to take risks, and to embrace the present with courage and determination. Every person who walks this earth is given a finite amount of time, a limited number of days to live, love, and leave something behind. While life itself is temporary, the impact we make can extend far beyond our years. The way we treat others, the values we uphold, the kindness we show, and the legacy we build, these things do not disappear when we are gone. They continue to ripple through generations, influencing lives in ways we may never fully see. That is why it is so important to live with intention, to make every day meaningful, and to ensure that what we leave behind is something worth remembering. A lasting impact does not come from material possessions or personal achievements alone. Wealth fades, titles are forgotten, and worldly success eventually loses its significance. What remains is how we made others feel, the lessons we passed on, and the way we inspired those around us. People will not remember us for the money we made, but for the kindness we showed. They will not talk about the things we owned, but about the love we gave. They will not celebrate our accomplishments as much as they will cherish the moments when we lifted them up, encouraged them, and made a difference in their lives. Each of us has the power to shape the future through our actions, words, and choices. The impact we leave is not just about grand achievements. It is found in the small, everyday moments. A single kind word can change someone's outlook. A helping hand can set someone on the right path. An act of generosity can inspire someone to do the same for another. It is often in the simplest of gestures that the greatest impact is made. We do not need to be famous, wealthy, or powerful to leave a legacy. We only need to be intentional about the way we live and the way we treat others. There are many ways to leave a lasting impact, but one of the most powerful is through relation. The connections we build with others have the potential to outlive us. When we invest in people, our family, our friends, our communities, we create bonds that extend far beyond our own lifetimes. A parent who nurtures and teaches their child leaves behind wisdom that is passed down for generations. A mentor who guides and supports another person influences countless others through that one life. A friend who offers love and encouragement creates a memory that lives on in the hearts of those they touched. Relationships are the foundation of a meaningful legacy, and the time and effort we put into them will never be wasted. Another way to make an impact is through the values we uphold. The world is constantly changing, but principles like honesty, integrity, compassion, and faith endure. Those who stand by their values, even when it is difficult, leave behind a legacy of strength and character. When we choose to live with integrity, we inspire others to do the same. When we act with kindness, we set an example for those around us. When we live with faith, we give others the courage to trust in something greater than themselves. These values do not die with us. They continue to shape the world through the lives of those we have influenced. Our impact is also shaped by the contributions we make to society. Whether through service, creativity, leadership, or acts of generosity, we each have the ability to make the world a better place. Those who dedicate their time to helping others, to uplifting communities, and to making a positive difference are the ones whose legacies endure. A teacher who inspires their students changes the course of countless lives. A doctor who heals the sick leaves behind a legacy of care and compassion. An artist who creates something beautiful leaves behind a piece of their soul for future generations to appreciate. A leader who stands up for what is right influences change that can last for centuries. Every person has a gift to share, and using that gift for the greater good is one of the most powerful ways to make a lasting impact. Time is fleeting, and none of us know how long we have. This is why we cannot afford to wait. If we want to leave behind something meaningful, we must start today. We must live each moment with purpose, ensuring that our actions align with the legacy we hope to create. The things we do today, whether big or small, shape the future. The way we treat others, the way we invest in relationships, the way we uphold our values, and the way we contribute to the world all determine how we will be remembered. In the end, our lives will be measured not by how long we lived, but by how well we lived. Not by what we took, but by what we gave. Not by the wealth we accumulated, but by the love we shared. Each of us has the opportunity to leave a mark on this world, to create something that will last long after we are gone. The question is not whether we will leave an impact. The question is what kind of impact we will leave. Let us choose to live in a way that inspires, uplifts, and transforms. Let us choose to make every moment count. Let us choose to leave a legacy that truly matters.